What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, and I am back, and I am better than ever. And y'all know what the show is. I don't have to explain anymore. Because guess what, folks? You can put a name with the face. You know who I am, the Bone Daddy, and this is the Bone Daddy Podcast. But today, folks, I got something special. That will rock your socks off, folks. I know you've heard the voices of the good-looking men I've had on, and women. You want to know what they look like. You want to be a part of the show. Well, fear not, because you're going to be sitting in the back of the bathroom, technically speaking, where the camera is, and you're going to see and feel and be in the Barnetti Podcast for our first ever, not live, YouTube recorded show.
Essentially.
It's
going on YouTube.
Yeah, it's going on YouTube. It is 6 o'clock on a Tuesday evening in Las Vegas, and I'm with the gang. Boys, how are we doing today? Welcome to the Barnetti Podcast. Some new, some returning. How's everyone doing?
Good, man. Beautiful day.
It's always a pleasure to be back.
That's what I'm talking about, boys. No babbling about me, though. You know me. I'm the host. I'm back, and I'm gonna do a couple intros for the people who don't know. You know, maybe they've seen. Oh, I remember Nathan King or Bellin being on, but I don't know what they look like, and vice versa. Maybe you're like, who's that fine-looking fellow that's the host? That sweet boy. Anyways, as I was saying, no, King.
What's going on, man?
Talk to us. Tell us. This is your baby. This
it?
recording is your baby. The visuals.
So
talk to the people. How does this came to be? Talk to
all right. So
please.
we were on deployment, and I recorded everybody doing a little Q&A. Just a couple questions. You know, got heated sometimes. It was funny most times, and then I edited it all together and made this pretty sweet video that I think most people enjoyed.
I think people want to see that video.
They do.
We're gonna have to get with Pelly.
Belcher?
11 out of 12 people featured in that video are okay with it going live.
Maybe I will go through and re-edit it a little bit more where we can get it on there. Some juicy stuff.
But people like it raw. No pun intended.
You're right.
People want the raw stuff.
We'll get it on there someday. But yeah, so
that's for another day.
You're really robbing the world by
Yes.
not sharing that video.
I'm a funny dude. I was really the highlight.
Good stuff, you know.
From the outside looking in, it was a great video.
Yes.
Me not knowing anything about what was going on, and then getting the inside.
You felt like you were there.
I felt like I was a part of the team.
Feel the hot Sahara Desert beating down.
So I found a new
Wrong part of
passion,
Africa.
you know, taking videos, and
This is launch.
bought a new camera. Bought the tripod, got the Gorilla Pod coming in, we're going to start vlogging, I got my YouTube channel up, no videos yet.
Shout the YouTube channel out. What is it?
The Nate King.
The Nate King.
Yeah, TheNateKing.
There we go, baby.
Just like that.
No,
So anyway, we got the channel up, we're going to do this podcast, we're going to have more videos coming, and we're going to get this sucker
There we go.
taken off.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's about it.
That's good. That's good. We're going to Belton first, because I want Trevor Owens to have his own spotlight. Belton.
Thank you.
Big dog, absolutely. Big Belty. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Long time caller, long time listener, second time appearance?
I've been here since day one, I want to say.
That's what I'm
I want to say I was on the first podcast.
You think you with Irway and
No, it was
Me and
Pelletier.
Football a lot.
Football.
Irway?
Yeah.
Was Irway here?
I don't know if that one ever got aired, but
No, Irway was here.
Yeah.
No,
he
it
was
was
in
on
Jersey.
Jersey. I listened to it.
Yeah.
it was
definitely
me,
on there.
Pelletier, and Irwin?
Yes. So we went to Cafe Rio?
I was drunk.
No.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
And now you're back. Sober as a gopher.
Also drinking Michelob.
Shout out to Michelob Ultra.
Amen.
Enter Brian Delton 10 to get 10% off your next Michelob Ultra. Look at that. Perfect shot right there. Cheers, Beanati.
95 carbs.
Well, welcome back, Melty. We're glad you can join us on this ride that is day 1 2.0. We got the audio going, and now we have the visual. So thanks for being part of this, buddy. We enjoy you, and we hope to see you back soon. This is going to be a good episode. But now, enough hoopla. We're getting to the new man himself. The first is making his debut in the Barnetti Podcast. Tio, a.k.a. Big Dog, a.k.a. the Florida Marlin, a.k.a. Trevor Owens.
What's up?
Trevor.
My name's Trevor.
Yes.
Trevor Owens. Like he said, from Florida, born and raised my whole life.
Oh, what part?
been-
What city?
Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Shout out to Northwest Florida on the
Shout out.
Panhandle, the Emerald Coast. They don't get better than that.
Well, big difference.
Arizona.
Cheers
But
to Michigan, am I right, boys?
All right. Best beaches in the world.
Well,
hands down.
Never been to Lake Michigan? No. Anyways, keep going.
Boom. All right, I've been in the Air Force almost 5 years now, a couple months away from my 5-year mark. And my whole time here at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas.
Yep.
So I've been here in Ellis and Las Vegas for like 4.5 years.
Enjoying your time?
Loving it. Love the city, Sin City. Love the people I've met. You guys.
Yes.
Doesn't get better than that.
Absolutely.
Great friendship.
Great. It is a great friendship.
Great.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Coming from all different parts of the world.
For real. Country.
Get some hobbies. Who is T.O. when you're out of the military, or not military, when you're out of the uniform on a down day like today? Well, who is T.O.? What does he do?
I hate that question.
Well, too bad. Answer it.
It's like, what's your hobbies? And you realize you just sit at home all day and do nothing. Me and my girlfriend do a lot of things. We hang out. You know, we go do fun things, new things. I like to gamble on the side. Not like an addiction problem, but a moderate amount of gambling.
Of course.
I like to spend my money. I like to go to the gym. That's a daily thing for me. It doesn't look like it, but
stop.
I pay my dues.
It's XXL, baby.
Pay my dues.
No, thick boy.
I like my sports.
Yep.
I like my fighting. You know.
Yep.
And I like being with you guys.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what I'm talking about.
So, I'm trying to think. What other question was I going to ask you? Oh, for people who don't know, because we've asked this before, was firefighting the one thing you wanted to do when you came in?
Yes.
Was that or bust?
It was that. Yeah, that's the recruiter knew that from the get go. I was in ROTC in high school.
Gotcha.
Right
for people who don't know what that is, tell them just like a brief spiel.
So it's officially AFJROTC. ROTC's college. AFJROTC. High School Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, I think is the acronym.
Gotcha.
Anywho, I did 2 years there, and my chief of the program there wrote me a letter for the recruiter, which like gave me a guaranteed job. It's a special program they have. So I had fire on that, and it was easy. I just had
fire
to wait.
bust.
I just had to wait. Yeah, it's
How long did you wait?
Just a waiting game. I was waiting in depth for 10 months. Waited a nice long time, and through that wait, I got offered many jobs here and there. And
you said
no,
did anything appease you at all?
Nothing. It got down to the point where I was so ready to leave. You know, I'm working at a grocery store like fucking 40 hours a week.
Yep.
And EOD came up, and I was like a fucking pussy hair away from going to EOD. Like I went and did the medical evaluation and everything. And I couldn't fucking run fast enough, so you have to pass like the pass test.
Oh, that's right.
It was in the 9s, and I just couldn't get myself down there.
Gotcha.
So, that's
you are obviously best choice ever made. You know, you're here with us now on the episode. If you're EOD, you'd probably be doing icky stuff on call, not doing a podcast.
Standby, station 3.
Standby, get the rocket out, or 2 hours away, 2 hour ETA. Well, T.O., I appreciate that. Yep. And let's dive into this episode though. Let's bring up the big board. We're talking about, you know, we're all here together, but we all have our own path in this great thing we call life. So we're going to go off, you know, all of us are looking to do some different things. Some want to stay in the military, some maybe want to get out and do civilian fire, some want to do what we call a GS fire, you know. So we're going to go down it today. We're going to talk about everyone's, I don't know, I guess, 5-year plan. Not 5-year, but near future plan, I guess. So we're going to ask you out first and foremost. We're all military firefighters. King, do you like being a military firefighter?
I do.
And tell us the pros, maybe some cons, you know, some things you've changed. Anything you want to share with the people that say, you know, maybe I want to be a military firefighter. What do you tell people?
So the first thing I want to share is how you get a part of being it. So when you're in the DEP program, delayed entry program, and you're waiting like Owens was to get your job and everything, they're going to offer you all kind of jobs. So I got offered security forces, something, weapon armaments. I was like, what's that? You're going to build bombs. I was like, well, how can I do that?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
It's better than security forces, though.
True that.
The janitor on there? We'll take that over.
So I was like, fuck that. Then he offered me firefighting. Firefighting was not the game plan for me. I was like, initially said no. I wanted something in the computer, God, I don't even know what I wanted back then. Computer programming, which I don't even know what that translates to in the military. What I was looking for
IT?
was like, I guess like something IT, but I wasn't like, I didn't know. So I was like, fuck it. I just don't want firefighting, still want to hold out. And he was pretty mad. And then he offered me firefighting again 2 weeks later. And I was ready to go.
God was
and
just
like,
saying.
These guys here can tell you that doesn't happen. So firefighting, you waited how long?
10 months.
10 months.
I waited almost a year.
Almost a year. I got offered firefighting twice inside a month. So
I had a bunch of jobs, and mine was like
people
4
would
months.
kill for that.
Yeah.
This happened to pop up. All right, cool. I was going to take any job they offered me, honestly.
So I like to think that I'm meant to be here. So I chose this job after second time being offered, and it's the best fucking decision ever. I love it. I love the job. I don't have the passion that a lot of people do out there. So like Owens knew he wanted to be a firefighter, and I'm pretty sure Belton did as well. So for me, it was like I had to kind of adopt this job and learn it and understand it. And these guys knew it from when they were kids growing up, I imagine. I never grew up and said I want to be a firefighter, but having done the job for coming up on 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Mm-hmm. Well, this would be 6 years in the military, so I guess 5 years.
5 years for us.
Time's gone by, buddy.
Yeah, it's just going. Yeah, I'm fucking old, so I'm never going out and everything. But,
33, right? Just turned 33?
33 years old. No, 27.
Pretty much the same thing.
Pretty close.
And I like it in the military specifically because, well, first thing is my biggest argument is we don't get enough calls as far as structurals. We get our aircraft, but a lot of
no fires you see on TV.
No, you're lucky to be at Nellis because you get calls, but are they really real
it's
calls?
Not what you're thinking.
They're not what you're. Yeah, they're not what a lot of other. But I mean, we're lucky for what we get, so I'm happy with that.
Bases don't get anything at all.
I just like the military in general, just because it's so damn structured. Like, and I know it can seem so not structured a lot of times, but they keep you in line at the end of the day. All my appointments are set up for me. I'm forced to go do dental. I'm forced to go fucking get checked up on. And all this stuff on the outside you have to do on your own. So
that's a pro for you. That can be a con.
That's a pro for me.
Yeah, that can be a con for.
Maybe some people don't like that, but
of course.
For me, that's great. I'm getting that steady ass paycheck. I don't gotta worry about it. 30 days off a year, just accrued and leave. I appreciate that, especially with the firefighter schedule. You can really make that work out really well. We work 48 on, 48 off at Nellis, so. I'm in dispatch right now, which fucking sucks dick. Don't recommend it, but we're going to do another video on that for all of you who don't know anything about dispatch out there. But as far as military firefighting goes, there are some definite things that could be better. But for what it is, for me, not knowing what I was getting myself into, I'm not seeking the thrill that these guys are, so I appreciate it for what it is. But I understand what you're going to hear, why these guys might want to get out and do something a little bit more. Well, Owens wants to be GS, but we're gonna get there.
That's good. So, you got anything else to add? Any pro and con? You want to pass on to Owens?
The pro is keeping me in line, and I appreciate the people I work with. I appreciate working at Nellis and just the military in general. Traveling is a big thing, and I like to deploy. So that gets me out into the world. I'm traveling. I'm going to get other bases. But the biggest thing is my daughter. So I don't know how that's going to work with that. But the cons, there's 1,000 cons when it comes to military.
1,000 people.
That's the point. I want to make it better. So that's the reason why I want to stay in.
Yeah, death by 1,000 paper cuts is what a lot of people say.
So
a lot of small tiny things that don't matter, but after 100 of them, they could add up, obviously.
I could go on all day with cons, but it's just like anything.
And pros.
Yeah, and pros as well. But I want to stay in and make it better.
Of course.
If I'm allowed to. So we'll see what happens.
So as of now, because obviously everyone's going to get their share of it, would you say your immediate future, not like crazy far, but you would probably stay in the military? That's your plan at least. Stay in the military, be a firefighter?
The plan for the future right now is to spend for a year,
obviously stuff can change.
Really evaluate life, because if I leave, I'm leaving my daughter behind, and I don't want that. Mm-hmm. So I want to see what's best for the future for myself and for the future of her, and then because if I stay in if I do another 4 years, Re-Enlist, I can give her my GI Bill, which I can't give her right now, and that's money for her future for her college, which I'm saving for already. I got a separate account,
but that's huge
fucking another chunk of cash that she gets.
Yep.
So, and I'm doing college while I'm in, so I'm making the best of it.
Of course.
I think right now, leaning more towards re-enlisting.
Of course.
And then we'll see what happens.
That's what's up. All right, I like that. Thank you for your input.
That was good.
TL.
Same question.
Do you like being a military firefighter? Why or why not? Or give me some pros and cons, I guess.
I like it a lot, actually. Yeah. It's all I wanted to do since high school. Since sophomore year, I made that choice where I want to be an Air Force Firefighter.
Did something hit you? Do you a family member? I always think people want to be.
So I kind of decided I didn't really like the whole school thing and showing up to class and everything. So I knew college just wasn't going to work. I'd get some student loans, I'd get in debt, and I probably wouldn't succeed. Mm-hmm. So I knew I had to go to the military, and then I figured out firefighting was an option. I was like, that's insane. I can't believe that's a thing you can do. And I saw the Air Force officers. I always heard the Air Force is the best branch to ever join. Yep. So I did that, and I pursued that coming since sophomore year. And I was so elated to be in the position where when I was going through basic, going through the academy, I was like, I can't believe I actually did it. I was actually so proud of myself, and I was like happy to be where I was. And then come to Nellis, and I'm like, this is great, man. I'm living my dream. Truly was living my dream the whole time. And I still am. I'm happy to be where I'm at, and I'm honored to.
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah. Could be in a lot worse place.
Yeah.
There's people in like North Dakota, South Dakota.
Could be in a foxhole, security forces, 12-hour shift.
Yeah, I could have a whole different job, right?
Yeah.
Even in the fire world, there's worse places to be, and they're probably hating life more than we are, being in Las Vegas with an amazing schedule and a decent call volume, workload, and the people, the management, the civilians we have to work with is a lot nicer than other military bases where it's military management all the way through, which changes the game right there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, like I said, King, obviously take life one day at a time, but your immediate future, would you say you're going to re-enlist, maybe get out, go a different route? Yeah. If you had to, of course, like I said, everything changes, but what are you more leaning towards?
Gotcha. So
now?
The plan is now. I got a year left on my contract. Yep. I intend on separating from the great Air Force, but continuing my service to the Air Force and the U.S. government as a firefighter in the GS system is civilian firefighting in the military. Yep. You can work on any base. That's what turns me on to it. I can still travel around as much as I'd love to join a city department and have the true job satisfaction of just like doing the damn thing, being a fireman.
Of course.
Like there's nothing I would want more than being a Las Vegas city firefighter. Like truly that's my number one aspiration in life, but I just can't see myself raising a family in Las Vegas, committing 30 years to a retirement program that they offer in Las Vegas where I know I'd have to be in this city for that many years. I'd hate to put my kids through the school system here when I went through a Florida school system, which is like top line. I think it's like top 5. I can't tell you the number. But I know Vegas or Nevada in general is like bottom 3 out of all the states in the education system. And I'd hate to raise kids like that. Probably Arizona's really close to it.
We're real low too, I think.
but
I can still read and write. That's all that really matters.
Gotcha. So yeah, I would like to bounce around and see what else the country can offer, but I can do that as a GS fireman in the service, and you can jump through any branch. It's like Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines. You're not stuck with whatever branch. You can even go overseas to like Guam and Spain and
water
Greece.
Down for people, you were literally. There's a lot of small ticky-tack things in the military. Basically, what GS is, you're literally changing uniform, but one shift you're doing the same job in a military uniform, and the next you're doing the same job, just with a different uniform.
Right.
For people who kind of still don't understand.
You have your job description, and it stops there. You don't have in the military you wear 1,000 hats. You're so many other things besides the thing you signed up to do.
Do this computer program.
Right.
For example, I'm in dispatch right now.
Yes.
Right. You didn't sign up for that.
Yeah. GS. If someone said, "Hey, get dispatch," you can be like, "I will kiss my ass."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They can't make you.
Yeah. Give me a pay raise and maybe I'll accept it or something.
Yeah.
If you got hired to be in dispatch, you'd be hired.
Right. You know what you're getting hired for, and you're not
Yes.
going to be expected to do other things beyond that.
Of course.
And
obviously, not saying you can't go above and beyond and do other things, but you're not going to get. If you don't like deploying, for example, some people like to go to GS. So
that's a huge thing, honestly, for me. Is like I did the deployment, I did the thing, I got to feel what being an Air Force firefighter is all about, a military firefighter, where our only purpose is to be ready to deploy and support those overseas missions. Yep. I did it, and it was cool. I had fun, but I'm not too interested in doing it again and putting 6 months of my life on pause. And maybe I have a kid on the way or a kid already. I'm going to miss these holidays. I'm going to miss birthdays. I'm going to miss the big events. I don't want to watch my child grow up or actually lose a relationship with my girlfriend or future wife. You lose those things. 6 months, people change, and it's not something I'm interested in seeing happen.
No, that's good. That's awesome. You have any closing, maybe pros, cons, anything else? Anything else you want to say before we pass it on?
Yeah, seriously, Air Force has given me everything I've ever wanted in life, and the pay is great, and the time off is great, and the workflow is great. Everything's good. I have no gripes against it. I would just like to. I'm gonna have served my 6-year commitment. I signed for this.
Did what you signed to do.
Right. I promised them 6 years of my life to them, and when I finish it, it's done. There should be no reprimand or negative outlooks on finishing your commitment that you signed up for, a contract, right? I signed this contract which said, I will work for 6 years for you, and now I have finished this contract, and I will no longer work for you. So I'm just finishing what I signed up to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not.
we're doing our commitment.
Right,
we
you're doing
show
your
up.
job. So anybody that looks down on you for getting out, as long as you did your job for the time that you said you would do it for.
Exactly. Honorably,
it's an
right?
issue.
Be gainfully employed. Don't be a lump on a log and be unproductive throughout work. I mean, you're entitled to your money whether you do good at your job or not. We all get paid the same regardless of how much extra work we put in. It's all going to be the same paycheck, so you got to find it within yourself to be productive and be gainfully employed throughout your
I just don't
service
think you should
commitment.
be looked down upon if you decide that after your 4 or 6 years, your avenue is out of the Air Force.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a stigma. I don't know. Different people. I get it. People want to make a 20-year. I don't blame you.
That was my
Absolutely.
original goal. I had full
I don't need to
intentions
speak
of
on that, I'm sure.
earning a pension at 38 years old. Nothing's better than that.
Yeah.
But it's just, I want more. I want to be, I want it different. I want it to be different. Right?
There's a stigma with certain people. Some people, but you tell them that I'm doing my 4, 6, X amount of years. You get out, they look at you like
You're
just
kicked to the
dog.
gutter. Yeah.
Like,
You're no longer looked at for recognition. You won't
exactly,
get awards. You'll be
People
looked
think
at
that-
in a different light. They think of you completely different because now you're not contributing, in their opinion, to the big picture. And even you are. You're serving your 4 or 6. That's all you signed up to do.
It seems like they forgot about everything else you did before you reached that end of your
Right,
time.
right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a stigma out
That's
there.
so
It's
sad.
like I've done nothing for all these years.
Years literally you put in, and hopefully you put your best effort. I mean, we have guys, and we all have seen guys that aren't contributing members to our organization, and they shouldn't be staying this long. There should be a better way out for them,
But I just think there's a stigma out there that, and not a lot of people, but that, like you said, that you leave the military, you're just the eye roll, scoff, tisk.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Right.
I mean, really, it's none of your business. Really, I've overheard it. I just decided to talk about that. I re-enlisted, so I'll talk about that later. But I've heard other people to me, almost act like I'm like signing my will and I'm gonna go die now.
Yeah.
Like, there's
I'm
other
still
stuff out there. Technically speaking, I
Fucking
can go,
23, 24.
if I want,
I'm a young man. I can do.
If you want, you can go back home to day one. You go work at
Anything.
McDonald's. Technically speaking,
I've earned this GI Bill now.
Yeah,
I can go
absolutely,
get a degree in something
Yes.
completely different, which
People-
I've earned. I've
Yes.
earned this right to get out and use
I
my
agree.
GI Bill and get an education on something maybe I'm actually interested in. Because some people
exactly.
are in
Some
fire
people do that. People-
are interested in
people
fire,
say
and that's
they'll
fine.
for
That's
4
okay.
years And count down from the 4 years and say, okay,
Right.
boom, I get out. I'm gonna go to college. Some people can't afford
Absolutely.
college.
Use
They can't afford
that.
it.
Use that as an avenue.
Yes.
I mean, you earn your 50 G's and your GI Bill. Do your service.
Yeah.
I recommend anyone do whatever branch it is, whatever job you end up doing. Earn your GI Bill and go to college. Instead of getting in debt and student loans, you'll probably see something new in life. You'll learn something new. You'll meet a bunch of people, and then you'll have free college afterwards.
Yep.
Win-win.
Yeah, and people, the hardest part is getting started, obviously, with anything. Any task in life, it's starting it. Dude, this 4 years I've already been in almost 6. 4 years is flown by so fast. People are like, I don't want to do for 4 years, a long time. It is a long time. But,
Fast.
well, let me tell you what, it's not at the same time, because before
It'll
you
go
know
by.
it, it's over, and you're like, oh, okay, well, now if
truly.
you want to go to college, boom, you're done. You did your time, like you said. I think people you can use it as a stepping stone, which is totally fine. You can do everything
Nothing
in life,
wrong with that.
But there are people out there that say, but 20 plus are
Right.
bum, which is not. It's not fair at all.
The Army uses that as a recruitment, incentive.
Yes.
They do 3-year enlistments,
Yep.
and you still earn all the benefits.
Yep.
I don't know if they're still doing that, but it used to be a
Yeah.
thing where you go join the Army for 3 years and
That's
still
not-
get the
it's even
same
less.
GI Bill.
Yep.
And you get to do so much
After
amazing,
you're training
cool
everything, You're
things.
almost halfway done with your enlistment.
Yes, you get trained on a skill, and you learn things. You get to travel. I mean, I recommend the service to anybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely anybody.
Last but not least, man, Belty, tell us about military firefighter.
The
Pros,
most opinionated
cons.
man here.
Yes. That's what they say. Hope you guys are sitting down nice and comfy. It's gonna be a long, bumpy, a long speed. Tell us, military firefighter, pros, cons. Did you want it? Did you wait? Tell us the gist.
So originally, high school, no plans on ever joining the military. Ever. Never even considered it. Never looked into it. Nothing. I knew I wanted to be a firefighter ever since about freshman year of high school. So I took some courses through West Mech in Arizona. It's kind of like a college high school program where we would leave at lunch and go take courses at the college that were fire accredited. And it's just so hard to get hired. I'm sure a lot of guys out there can attest to that when you try to get picked up with the fire department, it's real competitive. So I went to college at Northern Arizona University, kind of dicked around, got 0 credits.
That's what I was scared of doing. I knew I would do that same thing.
I drank a lot. I had a great time.
That's
no regrets.
That's more important than anything.
I got a lot of stuff out of my system. Came back, finished my associate's degree, and my dad kind of said, you should look into the Air Force for firefighting. Because I was doing interviews and stuff with cities and just wasn't quite getting past that last interview. So I kind of scoffed it off a little bit, finished my degree, and then a buddy of mine, actually, we were in Las Vegas, which was kind of weird. And he's like, yeah, I'm looking into the Air Force. You should look into it. So at that point, I kind of did. And I was like, I wonder if there's, a base in Las Vegas. Me and him were sitting on a bus at the Barrett-Jackson car show. I was like, I wonder if there's a base in Las Vegas. And this guy turned around sitting in front of us, and he's like, there is. It's called Nellis Air Force Base.
No shit.
It completely foreshadowed my whole life. Like, I've been so lucky. I've hit the absolute lottery when it came to the military. I got the base that I wanted, the job that I wanted. It took time, but it all ended up working out. I think I've done pretty well through my 3.5 years. I got my bachelor's degree paid for completely. I got to deploy with these guys, which was awesome. Made some good friends along the way. And I would recommend the Air Force to anybody. My nephew actually is kind of looking into it right now. He's a senior in high school. And I said, go Air Force. He was looking at a couple branches. I said, go Air Force. It's great. My only advice is sign for 4 years. Mm-hmm. You can always sign for more if you like it.
There's 4 always options, basically.
Yeah, 4 is the minimum.
Yeah.
And my recruiter actually told me that. He said you can always sign for more.
That's a good recruiter.
Yeah. He was a solid. Sergeant Hanzawa, wherever you are out there, I feel you.
Mine just slapped me with a 6 year. I was like, okay.
He was a good dude.
Oh, yeah.
The Air Force has given me a lot. I bought a house with the VA loan, which is huge. It saved me like thousands of dollars. Yeah. Just made staff.
Step it up.
Which is great. So I've got about 8 months left, and then I'm going to go civilian, I think. I'm looking at GS. I'm also looking at city departments. So haven't decided which route I'm going to take yet, but I think I'm ready for something a little more. I did my Air Force time, got everything out of it that I wanted. They were good to me. I gave them everything I could, and I think we're going to mutually separate come November.
So, like, for people, obviously you got Re-Enlist, GS, and city. So basically, city is like the thing you see on TV. It's the dudes, we bring it down the department, they bust out on a busy street. You go to, I'm not saying bases don't have real fires, but you're going to get your TV emergencies, I guess.
The big burners.
The big burners, as we call them. Any, not pros or cons, you did do a pretty good job about it, but what would you say your odds are? Not odds, but did you know coming in the Air Force that it was a stepping stone, I guess? Or did you ever think career or not really?
It's never been a career option for me. No. I joined a little late. As I mentioned, I was 22 when I got here. I turned 23 in tech school, which is like our training academy. But I knew it was always a stepping stone, kind of looking, 22-year-old Brian looking at, I'm going to be almost 27 by the time I get out. You think life's pretty much over. But
it's just beginning. Then it was 27.
Here I am. I can't imagine if I was 27 already.
My mind was somewhere else.
But it segued fast, and I think everyone in this podcast right now has done a real great job in the Air Force.
Yeah,
I think we're all pretty outstanding airmen. We've done well, so
I think we're some of the best.
I think we're all going to do good no matter what choices we decide down the line.
Yeah, so you won't be a bum when you get out.
Hopefully not. If I don't have a job by November, I'm going to McDonald's.
I hate when they say that. What are you gonna do? Work at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Like, why would I do that when I have
so
many? I have all these certifications now. Why would I even think about doing that?
That's a good idea.
Right. McDonald's is hiring?
Right? When they're hiring this time of year. Oh shit, watch this one. That's awesome though. That's pretty dope. Like I said, I'll talk about my story too.
Let's hear it, buddy.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I never heard this, honestly. It's the first for me.
Really?
Honestly.
Yeah, so 18-year-old, there's people who know me, mostly Michigan friends. 23-year-old, same as the 18-year-old Zach. Goofy, knew instantly that, I knew for a while, that college was not the route. My dad was a Marine. A couple family members, Marines, Army. Grandpa was Army, dad was a Marine, uncle was a Marine, uncle's Air Force. So I got a decent amount of family members in the military. Yeah, my mind went blank for a second. In the military. Talking to my dad, he was a Marine, and he said, I'm like, hey, I think about joining the military. He says, I'm going to give you advice. Obviously, you do what you want. you're a smart kid, you know, you're gonna have your shoulders, do what you want, make your own path in life. He's like, but coming from a Marine, you know, I'm waiting for him to be like, hoorah, Marines, do it. And, you know, just, you know, the stigma, you know, that you've seen the movies, the general thought of the Marine is, you know, jarhead, you know, buzz cut, hoorah, shooter, killer. That's not me. And I was like, oh god, he's gonna put me in the Marines. He tells me, he's like, no, you're a smart kid. I would not do Marines. You know, I was like, well, the dude who did the Marines is saying not to do it, so maybe I should probably take that off my list. Yeah. So it was really down, like, I did my research, you know, it was between Navy, I decided the Army and Marines would work the best for me. I took my ASVAB, which is like a general, I guess, test and general knowledge, I guess. I don't know.
The Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery
I was
Test.
like,
nerd.
What a nerd.
I literally had no idea that it meant anything.
Oh, shit, that's funny. I took the test. I got a 65, which is like not high, but not like crazy low. I know 50 was the bench for like bottom barrel job of Air Force. So I'm like, all right, I'm ticking up here. You know, it's not crazy high, but not stupid low. But so I get that. My recruiter, he was pretty cool. Sergeant Purcell. If you're out there, Sergeant Purcell, what's up? It's Aaron Barna. He's like, all right, here's the job. It's boom, boom, boom. So I'm kind of my uncle's, at the time, he probably was a senior airman or probably no, he's a staff. This was 5 and some change years ago. So I'm hitting him up like, all right, man, the recruiter said I can do these jobs, this. Well, security forces. He said, no, don't even dare put it down. Don't ever say that job to me ever again.
Shout out to Secfo getting no love tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for what you do, because I sure as hell am doing it.
I'm glad you guys got chosen and not me.
Yeah.
So my uncle said, you know, take it off your list. I don't remember every job I had, but I know I had fire. The one I was interested in doing my research, you know, the recruiter says, you know, oh, this job is cool, that job is cool. You gotta do it for yourself, because as you learn after you get in the Air Force that there's good recruiters out there, but majority of them, and mine was cool, a lot of them are gonna try to meet a quota or number. They don't, you know, security forces, yeah, you'll be this dude in a, you know, driving an ATV and sniping no scopes, and they call it Call of Duty. That's basically what it is.
Same thing,
cool.
very same.
Awesome. Of course, they're gonna try to fill that job, but so basically, my 2 were that I had in my list of jobs were loadmaster and fire. And a loadmaster basically is like a guy that unloads big cargo planes. I really like the travel aspect of it, the active. I didn't want to be behind the desk. I did know that, and I thought the loadmaster would be like, oh, it's pretty cool. You know, you're coming and going, different countries, stopping different places. You know. Stopping at deployed bases, stopping at overseas bases, you know, everything. And fire, you know, was a pretty active job. You know, obviously, you know, firefighter speaks for itself. You're pretty active. You know, you're not behind the desk. You know, that's that thought of, oh, cool, he's a firefighter. You know, it's a cool job. You know. So I asked my uncle. He's like, I can't remember what other jobs I had. Probably filler jobs, but he's like those 2. He's like, I would 100% recommend. So like I said, guys say I want fire, nothing else. Call me when it is. I put in these 5 jobs. Didn't know that like fire was a sought after job. So now I'm working at Jimmy John's, twiddling away. I put in my jobs May. I get a call in July. Recruiter, hey, fire leaves November. Cool, perfect. Boom, got it. What I didn't know is that was like 3 months, and I wasn't even waiting. I was just kind of doing my thing, coming to depth. Well, I come to find out, like that's very, very rare that you wait 3 months in depth and you get a job. But that's fire, especially when you have 5 random jobs on a piece of paper. Like you don't just get fired in 3 months. Usually it's any other job besides fire, and not that quick. So I guess it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because I've been there for 5 years. I got Vegas, loved it. I graduated in May of 14, left November 14 for boot camp. Dope, it was awesome. Boot camp, tech school down in San Angelo, Texas, small little, or training in San Angelo, Texas, small little thing in San Angelo. 18, came to Vegas, never been to Vegas before. Crazy, I've never been to, like, you know, I'll go watch the Detroit Piston game, but like other than that, I don't really leave the state of Michigan here and there for like a spring break, but never like a big bustling city like that. It was crazy to me, you know, being 18, I couldn't do anything, but it's still cool seeing this huge city of Vegas. And I'm like, I get to live here, you know. And a lot of people from Ireland don't, you know, make a name for themselves, I guess. If you graduate Ireland and you don't leave or go to do this or that, you're usually going to stay there in a rot, which is unfortunate, but it's just kind of the reality of things. So it's cool getting out, you know, I'm here. Firefighting's dope. Met a ton of people. I've deployed twice. Did a TDY, which is like a short deployment to Puerto Rico. That was dope. I've been to a couple different training facilities. You know, top to bottom's been, I've no regrets. It's been awesome fun. I think I have a pretty good attitude, and I like the guys I work with. So it's been nothing but good to me. So long story short, did my 4 years, signed up for 4 years like Velton said, and signed up for 4 for the love of God. You can, if you don't like it, you can get out because doing something for 2 extra years is a long time. If you don't want to do it, you don't like it. Some people
33% extra of the time,
for
in case you were counting.
I'm not counting,
but you extended twice, right?
Yes, I'll get that.
That's the beauty of that 4 years, right? So
yes, absolutely.
You were able to just say, one more year, we'll figure things out.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you said, I did 4 years. No, it was cool. I was like, all right, Part of me was at the point where I was only 18, so at 22, I still, you still get out. I'm still really technically a baby. 22 is still young as hell, because I did 4 years. So I'm like, all right, you know what? For my first enlistment, I can extend. So basically, you get up to a year, and you can say to the Air Force, hey, I want to extend for a year because I want to. They're like, all right, cool. You got 1 per enlistment. Boom, did my year. So I did that. Year 5 coming to an end, I get tasked for another deployment. Air Force, hey, I want to extend again. Here's my reason this time. You have to have a reason after you do it the first time. Okay, he's going to deployment. Cool, boom, extend, boom. Did that. Was looking at a thing called palace fronting and palace chasing. And for people who don't know what that is, it's basically, so I'm doing my active time, I'm active duty. I have for talking point, basically, I have a 9 to 5 job. Here's my 9 to 5 job, Monday through Friday, I'm doing it. And I'm full-time. Basically, I'm a full-time worker, employee. Palace front is basically you go from full-time Air Force to part-time Air Force. And I still get like a fraction of the benefits, I still get schooling, I just do 1 week in the month, basically. So a lot of people, that's like it wasn't explained to me. I was not explained at all what guard or reserve was when I was first signing up, which is, fine, obviously, I didn't know what the hell it was. But as I was in the Air Force, obviously I learned what it is. Oh, cool, I'm gonna do that, I thought, okay, I did my 5 years, I think it'd be cool to go back to, I don't want to go back to Michigan, be this part-time. I can still be the Air Force. I can still deploy. Love deploying. My easily my pro on top of my list is deploying. I love to travel. I've deployed almost basically 10 months. And I was at Puerto Rico for 35, 40 days. So I'm almost deployed a year. I've been out of the States for a year of my 5-year career, which is awesome. I wish I could do it more. It's awesome. It's fun. Easily my favorite thing. So guard, part-time, you can still do that. Just obviously not full-time. So I could get another job, which is fine, obviously. I was thinking about doing a city department. I think it'd be cool. But part of me is like, you don't have that. You have to be, I love firefighting. You have to be a dog and love it to do city, in my opinion. It's not like, it's not your Air Force's fire department, I'll say that. Because it's, you got the big burners, it's legit. I'm not saying Air Force isn't legit, but in the firefighting aspect, anyone will tell you that's done both or have knowledge of both, that the city is legit, real deal. All right, cool. And part of me, a big thing for me is too, this day, I have no desire whatsoever at all to do an academy. And that is basically when you start, day one, you go from 5 years, X amount in the military, to now you are a brand new guy again, and it ain't no Goodfellow Academy or Air Force Academy either. It's real deal. You're tired. I've known a couple of guys in the city departments who did 5 years, real knowledgeable guys. Got out, did Las Vegas City. Yeah, it's ass kicking. It's not no joke. A lot of knowledge, a lot of physical stuff. But if you have the drive for it, that'd be dope. That's cool. So I was kind of planning on doing part-time plus looking at GS, which Trevor talked about. Basically this different uniform, same job in a military base. Oh, the base is in Michigan. Cool, boom. So I'm doing all this, getting closer to getting out. My first time I've ever done this in life, but you're getting close to getting out, you're doing paperwork, and you're like, something hit me on the night, and I was like, you don't really have a plan, do you? You're going, hey, you make decent money in the military. I'm going from a 23-year-old kid, getting money, not, no bills, no debt, no student debt, to no income at all. It's scary. It's a scary thought. You're like, wow, I'm going from the part-time now. Part-time you make, a couple $100 a month, because you're just working 1 week in a month. I can always get a job somewhere, wait for an academy to open, wait for a GS spot to open. I keep my certs that I've earned. But it's still scary. You're like, man, damn, I'm going from this to nothing. You start kind of staying up at night, looking at finances, looking at bills, looking at this stuff, looking at that stuff. You're like, wow, life doesn't stop just because you're going to get out. You got to have a plan. And so I was like, you know what? Talked to my loving girlfriend at the time, Joanna. Told my parents, I'm like, it's not, I don't regret it. I sigh. It's not bad. But I'm like, you know what, I think I'm going to stop for 4 more years. So that'll bring me to 9, basically, and some change. 9 years, well, I did 4 more years in December. So basically 4 years left. Long story short, I think it would be awesome to go back to Michigan, start a family, be guard so I can and I'm very honest with myself. Air Force is cool. If I could join the Guard and deploy 5 more times in my life, I would be absolutely ecstatic for the next 15 years.
That's what they do.
Every 3-4 years deployment, sign me up. I want to be part of my kid's life, but I would love nothing more to deploy. I think it'd be awesome. And while being a GS, there's one for sure base, Selfridge Air Force Base, kind of like Detroit on the east side of the state. I think it'd be awesome to go work at the base. Chief Thompson was there. He's chief at Michigan, so it was awesome.
What?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
No shit.
Yep. Selfridge Air Force.
Yeah.
Mr. Strauss was there too.
As Selfridge?
Yes.
As airman? Both of them?
I don't know. I think Chief was.
That's
GS.
cool. That's really cool.
Chief Thompson was our chief at Nellis, for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, Chief Thompson was there.
JT.
What's up, Chief?
Shout out.
Chief
Thompson.
Let's shout out Colonel Klesiak if he's listening. Colonel
K!
Let's shout out Mr. Kruger's.
Colonel K, I appreciate the letters of recommendation.
That's right.
Chief. Miss you, buddy.
It's funny. Good times, reminiscing. Oh, yeah, that's my plan. That's my goal. I think it'd be dope. Go back to Michigan, do what I'm doing now, still deploy, work for a base still, but yet in a different uniform. I think it'd be awesome. Yeah. Oh, well, we went through everyone's plan. 43 minutes. Anything else you boys want to talk about? Anything on the schedule? You hit up Trevor Owens' decision is the next 5-year plan. Brian Bell's 5-year plan. Your plan. My plan. Anything else you?
No, I think we covered a lot of it. The biggest things I wanted to list was just like why. So we're all military firefighters.
Yep.
Do we love it? For the most part, yes, we can all agree that we do love it. And it may not be for all of us for the future going forward, but we loved our time in, and it got us where we needed to be, and it's a stepping stone.
Yeah,
for some of us.
It can be a stepping stone.
And it's a yellow brick road to the future for some of us.
And I think it's pretty cool.
For other of us to stay on that path, you know what I mean?
Yamta, wherever you are, shout out.
Yeah, Yamta, yummy. Thanks
And
for
it's not for other people.
service. But yes, I think it's cool that we all had, we all did this together. We all did our time honorably. Some of us want to do more. Some of us want to go this avenue. Some of us want to go this avenue. We're all different, yet we're all in this together, which I think is pretty cool and important to outline that, it's not do 20 years or get out. It's not,
no, you don't
very different
have to
options
do
at
it that
all.
way. But that is some people's decision. So, if I could have it that way, I probably would. But I have a kid. Who knows?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Shout
Say
out
tap while you're in.
Kennedy.
Shout out to my daughter,
Kennedy.
Kate.
Short isn't 10 years.
A little over 2, terrible 2, really strong in my life, but I love her. In the terrible 2 phase, that's what I mean. Beautiful chaos. That's
Beautiful
what
chaos. There you
That's
go.
what we call it.
Chaos with a K.
I like that.
Chaos. Well, boss, anything else in your mind? I think this is an awesome episode.
Trying to think
No,
about
I think we gave a lot of info out, a lot of perspective. We had 4 different perspectives.
I think Barnett just
We had
talked about
delicious
that.
all-you-can-eat sushi today.
Yes, shout out to my new sponsor.
Velty.
I tried my first ever
Will that video be up
oyster,
there?
So this is.
which was not good, as you can see.
I'll put it to you this way.
As you will see.
Yes, it will be.
It's all
Yeah, like I said.
one thing.
It sat on the back of my tongue for about a minute and a
You'll see
half.
it.
He's talking about the sushi,
Yeah,
folks.
it's like a wet loogie.
Kanbei?
I think it's Kanoba.
Konbea.
Konbea.
Kanbei. Well, belt sushi. Big, I'm sure King has a video of it. Big belt.
I do.
You pay $20 and some change. Sushi, anything you can imagine, just rolls on a nice platter for you. And you can pick it off, you can eat whatever you want. And we ate today. Well, like I said, follow YouTube, the Nate King.
YouTube is the Nate King.
Instagram.
the Nate King.
Twitter. I saw Twitter.
Twitter.
No content yet.
No content. However, the Nate King.
The Nate King.
Same thing.
Since in the trend here.
Delete your Twitter.
AOL, the Nate King
Twitter
at
sucks.
thenateking.com.
I hate Twitter.
Enter the Nate King to get the Nate Kings.
Enter the Nate King. You're 20% off the Nate King. At the Nate King.
Oh, so you want to shout out any social media? Any stuff like that?
Oh, let's see here. Instagram. I don't even know my handle.
Let's go to Ronald while it spelling.
I got it. Trevor _ Owens
Who knew?
_ Very original. Trevor _ Owens _
STREVOR.
Follow me. IG.
Underscore.
That is.
Right on.
Be Velton 3. Search me through Dub Barn Daddy Podcast. I'm a frequent follower.
New post will be on tonight. I'll update the Instagram. It's been a while, but
Tag us all.
I will tag you guys. Right, my story
You're on
right
MySpace,
now.
aren't you,
Oh,
Brian?
I am, but I actually forgot my login. So,
So yeah. You remember my password.
but it is out there.
It's probably really confusing and a bunch of ats and exclamation points because I.
For all my top 6 friends,
Yes.
you're still going strong.
Bernie, I think you're still up there. If you're out there.
Trump 2020.
Wherever you are.
I'm with him.
Follow me, of course, the Barn Daddy, Twitter, Snapchat, the Barn Daddy, Instagram, you guessed it, the Barn Daddy, Facebook, the Barn Daddy, whatever else, the Barn Daddy. Just search the Barn Daddy, you'll find me. Man, that about wraps it up from Las Vegas tonight.
Good night, Las Vegas. Yeah, good night, Las Vegas. I said a good night, Las Vegas. Hey, good night, folks.